What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another classic WoW video for Cataclysm Classic. Now today we're once again talking about gold making, and we're talking about a different way to make gold. It's technically a gold farm, even though you're not really farming anything, but it's a flip. So you can make a little bit of gold per hour here, it's pretty good, and how good it is depends on your server. The thing is, for this one, competition doesn't really matter that much. It's all about knowledge and using this farm effectively and knowing what to do, when to search the auction house and how to get items cheap. The cheaper you get the items and the more the materials you're turning it into are selling for, the more gold you make as well. For this one, we're talking about a flip where you want to have both Jewelcrafting and enchanting. You don't have to have it on the same character, even though having it on the same character definitely helps, but you do not have to. You can send them back and forth as well. Now, before we get into it, I do want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's picked up my Cataclysm Classic Goldmaking guide already, and if you haven't, the link will be down below. This is a goldmaking guide that I've made for Cataclysm Classic, showing you the best gold farms to do, talking about professions, flipping, auction house strategies, and just everything I'm doing to make gold will be in this guide. And you also get access to a private goldmaking community, where we're talking about behind the scenes gold making. We share more tips and tricks, the best ways to make gold, the best ways to farm gold, plus you get early access to gold making information, gold making videos like this one, and we also have a video in exclusive access which will never go public on YouTube that you get access to by buying this guide. In addition to that, you would have had access to this specific video 1 or 2 days early as well, and we have another really good gold farm in early access which will be going public very soon. TLDR, you get a bunch of extra information, early access, exclusive access, and just a lot more gold making stuff. So if you're really interested in making gold in Cataclysm, definitely check it out. It's a great way to support me, and I make it my personal goal to help you make as much gold as I can in this expansion. When the guide gets updated as well throughout Cataclysm, whether that's in Firelands patch, in the Dragon Soul patch, when the updates are happening, you get those updates sent to you for free, so it's a one-time purchase as well. With that being said, let's take a look at today's way to make gold, once again using both Jewelcrafting and enchanting, and by getting some items cheap on the auction house. I have hinted towards this method before in a video, but I've never gone deep into it. Today I'm showing you exactly how much gold I'm making. I even have a spreadsheet that you can use as well, based on my testing here. So what we are essentially doing is flipping items through Jewelcrafting. Now, there are 2 different items here that will be relevant for you, and one is better than the other one. So Jasper flipping is the one that I'm going to be focusing this video on. I will say Alicite, I think, is it called Alicite? Yeah, Alicite is also a good option, but I haven't done the same test on Alicite that I've done on Jasper. So Jasper, for example, I bought today for 5 gold each. So hovering over here, we bought them for 5.8, and they're selling for 6.1 now, so they're still really cheap to buy on the auction house. And 1 Jasper plus 1 jeweler's setting, you can turn into a Jasper ring. So these 2 items together, like Jasper, literally 1 Jasper, 1 jeweler's setting, you can then start making Jasper rings. Now Jasper rings will be disenchanting into hypnotic dust, and also the different stores, the different types of essences, lesser essences, which you can also combine into the greater essences. And going over to my auctions, I think I have a couple of them on the auction house right now, because I've been trying to sell the ones that I've made. So you can see they sell fairly fast. We've been selling a bunch of dust for 29 gold right here, 37 gold for the greater essence, 12 gold for the lesser ones, and the greater ones seems to be selling quite faster than the lesser ones, so you can just convert them to greater ones, which are actually more value anyway. So convert the lesser ones to greater ones. Now, this entire flip is based on buying Jaspers as cheap as you can on the auction house, then combining it with a jeweler setting for 1.27 gold from a vendor right here, making the rings and disenchanting those rings, and then making a profit. The actual profit margins that you will be making will be based on the price of Jaspers on your server, and also the price of hypnotic dust on your server, and essences as well. You do get some small heavenly shards, because every now and then these rings, they can proc blue as well. So right now we just procced a blue, for example, and those blues will then be turned into small shards. So you do get those as well, but the small shards just tend not to sell. You could just make the bigger ones instead. But yeah, you're basically disenchanting these greens. They're very cheap to make. And then the profit comes from how much the dust is selling for and the essences as well. With that being said, I also have a macro that I can show you for disenchanting, so you can copy the same one to use as well. So going over here, we have disenchant macro / use disenchant, if I can get this one up there. Well, you can actually see it over my face. / use disenchant, and then you link one jasper ring. To make it work, I seem to need to link one of the rings in my bags, so it has the full name. So for example, / use jasper ring of the fault line, because for some reason using / use jasper ring by itself doesn't work. But once you put in an actual jasper ring that you have in your bags, now everything can be disenchanted by spamming this one button over and over again, so you can easily do this flip while watching Netflix, Twitch, YouTube, whatever you want to. You just have to spam a button over and over again and make a lot of gold while doing so. With that being said, we can take a look at my spreadsheet right now, where I have actually done a full test of 500 crafts and 500 disenchants and noted everything down, so you can see exactly how much we make as well. So over here we can see that I have been disenchanting quite a few jasper rings, and I've disenchanted them in batches. The link to the spreadsheet will be down below in the video description, so you can check it out as well. And the reason why I wanted to include every single batch is to show you the RNG elements. Sometimes you need to craft a lot to kind of show the difference in having good RNG and bad RNG. Sometimes we got 30 essences in a batch, sometimes we got 10. And then sometimes 15, 25, 12, 27, you get the point. So sometimes you will not make the same profit by just having one small batch, but when you scale it up, you will probably end up on roughly the same profit margins that I am getting in this case. So we did this in 12 separate batches. Yeah, 12 separate batches, where 2 of them were 50 each. So you can see all the batches by going to the spreadsheet, and here you can see what it looks like right now. So when going to the spreadsheet, you can import or input the prices from your servers in the yellow backgrounded squares. Right, so you can go there, input your own prices, obviously make your own copy before doing so, put in the prices on your server, and then you will automatically get an update for the cost per ring, or cost per 500 rings, and also the gold assumed or estimated gold that you'll be making from 500 rings as well. It is all based on calculations, so when you input your own prices, you will get the estimated gold that you are going to make from doing 500 disenchants. Now, also, crafting takes you 3 seconds, disenchanting takes you 3 seconds. This means you can do 10 of them per minute. So you can do it takes you 6 seconds basically to both craft and disenchant a ring, so you can do 10 per minute. 500 would then be 50 minutes, but inputting for some human error right there, not clicking the macro fast enough, or also going to the mailbox, going to the auction house, you have 10 minutes of leeway per hour basically, and then you can do 500 rings per hour. So the numbers you're seeing right here, the estimated profit, that is your gold per hour. By doing this, well, technically your gold per 50 minutes, but roughly your gold per hour by simply doing a disenchanting flip. So you buy something on the auction house, you disenchant, you stand still in the capital city, and on my server with my prices, I am making 5,600 gold profit per hour. It is, well, actually no, 5,000, not 5,006, 5k. So 5k gold per hour for standing still in Stormwind and clicking a button. Definitely not bad. Not insane either, but not bad. Now also, the gold per hour here, or the total estimated profit, is also based on just selling the materials as they are. You can turn this into more gold, as noted here as well. So you can turn the lesser essences into greater ones, which first of all, they sell faster, and they also sell for a higher value. So you make more gold by simply turning lesser essences into the greater ones before selling them. And you can also use the dust, for example, to make ember silk bags if you have tailoring. So there's a lot more things you can do to make more gold from this flip, but the gold right here in the spreadsheet is literally just by crafting, disenchanting, putting on the auction house. That's all we're doing for the gold right here. And I wanted to give this one to you as well, because with the spreadsheet you will now have this is the gold per hour estimate of the same RNG that I had from doing 500 craft. Instead of just taking numbers from a website or going to Wowhead or something, this is me doing 500 craft, and you can get your estimated profit with the same RNG that I had from 500 crafts as well. You could also input this, like you could copy the spreadsheet and also make your own input by crafting 500 of your own to scale it up to 1,000 if you want to, but for now this is what you can get from 500 crafts, give or take, the estimated profit. Do with that what you will, and let me know how much gold you make on your server if you're going for this flip. I don't think my server is the absolute best one to do this on, but it's definitely a pretty good one. The prices of enchanting materials are pretty good right now, and even enchants are going up in price, so every now and then I can use enchanting to make even more gold. Now, most enchants are red, but some of them are green, so some enchants you can make gold with as well by actually just using the materials you get here to sell enchants instead of just selling the materials, but you can definitely make a lot of gold by just putting the materials on the auction house as well. A very different video today, but hopefully you enjoyed the video, and once again, if you do have Jewelcrafting and enchanting, it's a very good flip to at least try out. Once again, you don't have to have Jewelcrafting and enchanting on the same character, but it does help out. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below. Once again, check out my Cataclysm Classic Goldmaking Guide for even more goldmaking information. As always, thank you for watching, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you again in the next video very soon.